this workshop, we will construct a multi-server network in Cisco Packet Tracer to understand how DNS Recursive function. You will configure a hierarchy of DNS server, including local, root, top-level domain, and authoritative server. And test. Alright. In the first part, you build the network topology. You will add all necessary devices to the workspace, including a client PC, 5 server, and a switch, and then connect them with appropriate cabling to enable to establish network foundations. Okay. Add devices to your workspace. Alright. PC1, 0 client. I need an device, and then this is a PC. Voila. And 5 server. Server 3, local DNS server. This is network device, switches, routers, security. Where is it? This one. This is switches, right? So switch 2960. Put it here. Okay, 5 server. Ensure a division position as follow. Okay. Server. This one? No. Security. Where is it? Components. Sensor, network devices. Okay, it looks something like this. Server 0 connection. Type server. Oops. Is it this one? No, it looks like a fucking fridge. No. Oh, it's here. There you go. So server. It looks like the same. Huh? Okay, let's put it like this. Okay, server 0. Where is server? Server 3. What is this? Server PT 0. Okay. Is 0, 1, is 2, blah blah blah. Here's 3. Okay. Here's 3, and then you have 4. Looks something like this. So server 3, local DNS, root DNS, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, web holder, AMPS, blah blah blah. Connect the devices. And connect all the server and PC0 to switches using automatic chosen connection type. So connection automatically, right? So here and here, 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 here. Okay, cool. Wait for the link status indicate to turn green, which signifies a successful link. It might take 20 or 30 seconds. Okay, we can do the second one. Part 2, optional. In this part, you will add annotation information to the network device to help you become familiar with the role of each devices and make later configuration easier. Since annotation has no effect on the actual DNS resolution, this step is optional, but it is recommended. Before configuring the device, you will use plate note tool to label each device on the topology with its plan rule and the network information. This serves as a crucial reference map for the subsequent configuration and test steps. Okay. Point 1, plan your network configuration. This part requires no action. Simply describe the configuration for your reference. The next part, 2.2, will explain how to add annotation in detail. So PC0 will be like this, blah 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 blah, for the server configuration. For web server, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah, whatever. Okay. So, annotate the topology. Click the place note button on the top one. Where's the one? Okay, this one, like documents, right? So to click where you want to place the note, okay, put it here. All right, cool. To move a note to this. Leave the note mode and drag the note. Where is the note? Write something. Okay. And then you can drag whatever. Alright. Just click the L and add it. Okay. The final notation should appear like this. So let me see. What is this? Alright. So it's gonna be something like this, right? Okay. So we're gonna use some cheat code here. Okay, web server and blah blah blah, IP address like this. Note. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now let's exit. Alright, the dot. Okay, looks okay. Alright. Part 3, configure IP address subnet mask. In this part, you will apply the IP address plan from part 2. You will statically configure the IP setting for the client PC and 5 server. Afterwards, you will perform a full connectivity set and use the ping command to make sure that every device on the network is reachable before proceeding to service configuration. Okay, so PC0, click PC0 to configuration, right? Or let's say click desktop IP configuration. Last time we are using DHCP, but now we are using statics, right? So for IP address, just copy this subnet mask. There you go. Ah, it's already done. Okay. Default gateway if empty. DNS server. DNS server. Let's see, like this. Right. Statics. This network is okay. This one is like this. Okay. And then you can close it. Okay. For the same. So now set up PC0 and let's see, repeat the following for server 0, right? DNS server 0 is the root, okay? So this one you need to also do this, right? So click server, desktop IP configuration, click statics, IP address, field per mapping below. Okay, so this one is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, right? Okay. Subnet class is automatic. Gateway automatic. Empty. DNS server empty. Okay. Alright. Okay. So this is for server 0. Server 0. Server 4. Server 4. Okay. IP. There you go. Okay. Configuration. Voila. And server 0. The server 0 DNS is something like this. So it's not. It's actually 3. So server 1 TLD, this one is 4. And server 2, 5. 5, 5, 5. There you go. Okay, 5. And the server 3, go here, and then this is like this. 6. Alright. Voila. It should be okay now. The test the compatibility. So you just go here and just ping everybody, right? So you ping. Wait, let's see what we got here. No. Let's see. 6. All right, 6 is working. 5 is also working. 4 is working. 3 is also working. 2 is also working. Okay, all should be reply success from blah 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 blah. Okay, note. This test is only verify the connectivity, but also allow the PC and the server to know each other's MAC address via the address resolution protocol. If any test failed, double-click the topology connection, blah 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 blah. Wow. Okay, we are at part 4. Configure DNS service on all DNS server. This is the core configuration section of this workshop to allow PC0 to resolve a domain name mxyz.com. You must configure the entire chain of the DNS server. You will configure each server with specific resource record and define its role in the DNS hierarchy. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So this is easy to follow. Configure server 3. Server 3, what is server 3? Server 3 is the DNS authority DNS server. So let's click that. And then we go for service and DNS. Right? DNS is on. Voila. Add the following records. So the name would be DNS root. Right? Type is gonna be a record. Address is gonna be this. Address is gonna be this. Alright. And add, right? Okay. Record 2, name, a single dot. Type NS records. And then server name is DNS root again. DNS root again. Alright. Add it. Confirm both entries appear correctly in the resource correction list. Looks okay to me. Explanation. As you can see from the configuration, 2 DNS resource record has been added. In the record number 0, records the root domain, and the NS record, name server record type indicates this is a name server record. .dns root is the name of the root name server. The purpose of this record is to instruct the local DNS server and forward any query for a domain it does not know to the root name server named DNS root. In record number 1, DNS root is the name of the root name server, and a address record type indicates a mapping between a hostname and an IP address. In this case, 192.126.03 is the IP address of the root name server with name DNS root. Okay, alright, now let's configure server 0. This is server 3, right? So click server 0. This server sits at the top of the hierarchy. It does not know this domain, but it knows which server is responsible for the .com top level domain. So click server 0, which I've been doing, and then DNS again. And turn on DNS and add the following record. So the name is DNS, again DNS.com. This is the A record, and then your IP address. This is your address. Okay, voila, and add it. Okay, so record number 2. Oh shit. Okay, record number 2. The name is com, and then this one is NS records, and then server name is DNS.com again. Alright, add explanation. In the record number 0, com represents the top level domain. The NS record type indicates this is the name server record, and DNS.com is the name of the TLD server. The purpose of this record is to instruct the root server to follow any query for a domain name ending up with .com to the TLD server named DNS.com. In the record number 1, DNS.com is domain name of the TLD server, and a record type maps this name to the IP address. Okay. Server 0 is done, and let's see the server 1, which is this one. Wow. Server 1, service again, DNS, and put it on the following, and the name. Okay, let's say record number 1. This is a name, a record, and this is the IP address again. Okay, this is and another one, xyz.com. Alright, and this is NS record, and server name is dnsabc.com. Okay, add it. Nice. Looks okay to me. Explanation. 2 DNS resource has been added. Record number 1, XYZ, represents a second level domain under the .com TLD. The NS record type indicates that this is a name server record. Shit, this is too cool. Alright, where were we? Oh, so explanation. The purpose of this record is instruct it's a domain name, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's move on. So let's do the server 2 services again, I guess. Wait a second. Configure server 2 DNS again. Record 1. Oh, and this. Not sure what this means, but let's see. A record. Okay, this is record. Okay, just one record. So mxyz.com, a record, this IP address at explanation. One DNS resource record has been added in this record. mxyz.com is third level domain on the XYZ, and a record type indicates that there's a host that records the map that's domain name to an IP address, and this one is the address of the web server. Okay, server 4, which is right. Okay, now we are done for part 4. Okay, let's go to part 5. Alright, with DNS hierarchy fully configured, now we can perform the first end-to-end test. You will use the web browser on PC0 to access the web server using its domain name, and verify that the entire resolution process was as expected. So first, it's ensure it's a real-time mode, so you need to click here. And second, access the website for PC0. So here, let's say, go to the web browser. Right. In the URL bar, type the domain name with server 2. So this is gonna be .xyz.com, right? Alright, is this really this? Okay, verifies the so you should see the default blah 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 blah. This confirmed that the entire DNS reservation chain was successful. Nice. Troubleshoot. If the page fails to load, carefully review your DNS configuration, ensure all records are correct and the service are enabled, and also verify that the PC0 is correctly configured to use this IP address as DNS server. Sometimes we may ask you to demonstrate. From PC0 command will ping each server to test connectivity and access to this blah 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 for text root. Alright, that concludes this experiment. Thank you for your attention.